We have 72 hours before the next Arctic blast slams the eastern United States. Right now, temperatures are recovering from the last freeze. By this weekend, you will be dealing with the coldest air of the entire winter season. This is not speculation. Every single weather model shows the same thing. Temperatures 25 to 40 degrees below normal. Wind chills approaching -20 in some locations. This weekend will be absolutely brutal. Listen very carefully because the timing on this is critical. We are currently on February 1st. Between now and February 10th, you are looking at 3 separate waves of dangerous cold air. 3 times the Arctic will crash south. 3 opportunities for people to get caught off guard and end up in the hospital or worse. I have been forecasting weather for over a decade, and I am telling you right now, the model agreement on this pattern is remarkable. When all the models agree like this, you need to pay attention. Here is what scares me most about this forecast. We just dealt with a massive snowstorm across the Carolinas and mid-Atlantic. Roads are still icy in places. Power lines are still being repaired. And now we are about to get hit with cold so intense it will refreeze everything and make conditions even more dangerous. If you lost power in the last storm and your heat is barely working, you are in serious danger this weekend. Carbon monoxide poisoning kills dozens of people every single winter because they use generators or heaters incorrectly trying to stay warm. Do not become a statistic. 20 feet from windows, outside only, no exceptions ever. Let me break down exactly what is happening and when it is happening so you can prepare properly. Right now, Sunday, February 1st through Tuesday, February 3rd, we are in a brief recovery period. Temperatures across the eastern United States are climbing back to near normal or even slightly above normal for early February. This is your preparation window. This is the time to act. Not tomorrow, not Monday night. Right now, while you are watching this video, go to the store today, get batteries, get flashlights, check your backup heat sources, test your generator outside. Make sure your carbon monoxide detectors have fresh batteries. Call your elderly neighbors and make sure they have heat. These next 48 hours are critical for preparation because once the cold arrives, it will be too late. The western United States continues to bake under a massive ridge of high pressure. Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Phoenix, all dealing with temperatures 10 to 20 degrees above normal. This warm air out west is exactly what is forcing the Arctic air to crash into the east. When you see warmth upstream in the west, you know cold is coming downstream to the east. It is basic meteorology and it is playing out perfectly right now. First wave Wednesday, February 4th through Thursday, February 5th. The first blast of Arctic air arrives midweek. This one is not as intense as what is coming this weekend, but it is still dangerous. We are talking temperatures dropping 10 to 20 degrees below normal across the Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, and Northeast. Boston, Massachusetts, Wednesday morning low of 18 degrees with wind chills dropping to 5 to 10 degrees. Dangerous cold for early February. Any pipes that are not properly insulated will be at risk. Let your faucets drip Tuesday night. It wastes water, but it saves your pipes. A burst pipe costs thousands of dollars to repair. Dripping faucets cost maybe $10 in water. Do the math. New York City, New York, Wednesday morning low of 22 degrees with wind chills near 10 degrees. The coldest air hits between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. Wednesday. If you commute during these hours, dress in layers. Cover every inch of exposed skin. Frostbite can occur in under 15 minutes when wind chills drop below 10 degrees. You can lose fingers and toes that fast. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Wednesday morning low of 20 degrees with wind chills dropping to 8 degrees. Extremely cold for the Delaware Valley. SEPTA riders waiting for trains or buses need to have proper winter gear. Standing still in wind chills near 10 degrees is dangerous. Keep moving to generate body heat. Washington, D.C., 24 degrees Wednesday morning with wind chills near 12 degrees. Federal workers commuting early need to be prepared for dangerous cold. The metro system will be running, but outdoor platforms will be brutal. Have hand warmers ready? Baltimore, Maryland, Wednesday low of 21 degrees with wind chills approaching 10 degrees. Inner Harbor will see wind gusts to 20 miles per hour, making it feel even colder. Avoid waterfront areas Wednesday morning. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Wednesday morning low of 15 degrees with wind chills dropping to 0 degrees. This is the coldest air Pittsburgh has seen since late January. Bridges and overpasses will ice up quickly if any moisture is present. Drive carefully Wednesday morning. Cleveland, Ohio, Wednesday morning low of 12 degrees with wind chills dropping to -5 degrees. Dangerous cold along Lake Erie. The lake is not frozen yet, so lake effect snow is possible. Wednesday afternoon, 2 to 4 inches possible in snowbelts east of Cleveland, Detroit, Michigan. Wednesday morning, low of 10 degrees with wind chills approaching -8 degrees. Brutally cold for southeastern Michigan. Auto workers on early shifts need proper gear. Frostbite occurs in under 10 minutes at these wind chills. Columbus, Ohio, Wednesday morning low of 14 degrees with wind chills near 0 degrees. Central Ohio sees the Arctic air move in Tuesday night. Temperatures drop 25 degrees in 12 hours. Thermal shock to infrastructure is real. Water mains can burst when temperatures drop this fast. Cincinnati, Ohio, Wednesday morning low of 16 degrees with wind chills near 2 degrees. Ohio river bridges will be extremely slick Wednesday morning if any moisture is present. Avoid bridges during morning commute if possible. Now here is what happens with this Wednesday cold shot. We also get a winter storm. A low pressure system develops over the Ohio Valley Tuesday night and tracks northeast Wednesday. This brings snow to the mid-Atlantic and northeast Wednesday into Wednesday night. The European model shows 3 to 6 inches for portions of Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Virginia. The GFS model shows similar amounts. This is not a major snowstorm, but it is enough to cause problems. Roads will be slick. Schools might close. Power outages are possible if we get heavy wet snow. The snowfall forecast right now shows the heaviest snow from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania through Baltimore, Maryland, and into northern Virginia. 3 to 6 inches in this corridor. Lesser amounts north into New Jersey and New York, 1 to 3 inches. Lighter amounts south into the Carolinas, maybe an inch or less. Timing is critical. Snow begins Tuesday night in the Ohio Valley, moves into Pennsylvania and Maryland by Wednesday morning rush hour, reaches New York and New Jersey by Wednesday afternoon, ends Wednesday night. This is a quick moving system, but it will cause travel problems Wednesday. If you have to drive Wednesday in the mid-Atlantic or northeast, leave early. Give yourself extra time. Crashes always spike during the first snow of a storm because people forget how to drive in it. The snow ends Wednesday night, and then we are left with dangerous, cold Thursday morning. Whatever snow fell will freeze solid. Roads will be ice rinks Thursday morning. Wind chills Thursday morning will be even colder than Wednesday. We are talking single digits for most of the Northeast. Below 0 for many locations in the Great Lakes. Brief warm-up Friday, February 6th. Friday. We get a one-day break. One day, temperatures moderate slightly, still cold but not Arctic. Highs in the 30s for most of the Northeast. 20s in the Great Lakes. This is your last chance to prepare for the weekend. Friday is when you need to make sure everything is ready. Check your heat again. Make sure you have enough food for the weekend in case you do not want to go out. Fill your car with gas Friday afternoon. Top off your tank. If you break down in -15-degree wind chills Saturday morning, you will have maybe 20 minutes before you are in serious danger of hypothermia. Main event. Saturday, February 7th through Monday, February 9th. This is the big one. The coldest air of the entire winter arrives this weekend. I am not exaggerating. This will be the coldest weekend since January 2019 for many locations. Maybe the coldest since the polar vortex event of January 2014 for some cities. The Arctic air crashes south Friday night. By Saturday morning, temperatures will be 10 to 15 degrees in most major cities. Wind chills will be -10 to -20 degrees. This is life-threatening cold if you are not prepared. Chicago, Illinois, Saturday morning low of 4 degrees with wind chills dropping to -15 to -20 degrees. This is the coldest air Chicago has seen in over 5 years. If you lose power in cold like this, your house will drop below freezing in under 3 hours. Pipes will burst. You will be in danger. Have backup heat ready now. Space heaters, propane heaters, extra blankets. Know where your nearest warming center is located. Write the address down on paper in case your phone dies. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Saturday morning low of 0 degrees with wind chills approaching -25 degrees. Absolutely brutal cold. Exposed skin freezes in under 5 minutes at these wind chills. Do not go outside unless absolutely necessary. If you must go out, cover every inch of skin. Face mask, goggles, multiple layers. Hand warmers in your gloves, foot warmers in your boots. Minneapolis, Minnesota, Saturday morning low of -8 degrees with wind chills dropping to -35 degrees. Extreme cold even for Minnesota standards. This is the coldest air Minneapolis has seen since February 2021. Frostbite occurs in under 2 minutes at minus 35 degrees. You can lose fingers in the time it takes to walk from your car to the store. Stay inside Saturday. Des Moines, Iowa. Saturday morning, low of minus 2 degrees with wind chills near minus 20 degrees. Dangerous cold for central Iowa. Farmers checking on livestock need to work quickly. Hypothermia sets in fast when you are working outside in wind chills this low. Omaha, Nebraska, Saturday morning low of minus 1 degree with wind chills approaching minus 20 degrees. Coldest morning Omaha has seen this winter. Missouri River will start to freeze over this weekend. Ice jams are possible downstream. Kansas City, Missouri, Saturday morning low of 6 degrees with wind chills near minus 10 degrees. Brutal cold for the Kansas City metro. Arrowhead Stadium will be frozen solid. Any outdoor events this weekend need to be canceled or people will end up in the hospital. St. Louis, Missouri, Saturday morning low of 8 degrees with wind chills dropping to minus 5 degrees. Dangerous cold along the Mississippi River. Barge traffic will be impacted by ice formation. River is already running low from winter conditions. Indianapolis, Indiana, Saturday morning low of 5 degrees with wind chills near minus 12 degrees. Coldest morning Indianapolis has seen in several years. Circle City will be frozen. Avoid unnecessary travel Saturday morning. Louisville, Kentucky, Saturday morning low of 10 degrees with wind chills approaching minus 5 degrees. Dangerous cold for the Ohio River Valley. This is 30 degrees below normal for early February. Heating systems will be pushed to their limits. Nashville, Tennessee, Saturday morning low of 14 degrees with wind chills near 0 degrees. This is extreme cold for Middle Tennessee. Nashville is not built for cold like this. Power grid will be stressed. Rolling blackouts are possible if demand exceeds supply. Memphis, Tennessee, Saturday morning low of 16 degrees with wind chills near 5 degrees. Dangerous cold along the Mississippi River. Homeless population is at serious risk this weekend. Warming centers will be open, but not everyone knows where they are. Check on people living on the streets. Now let me move to the Northeast Corridor because you are getting hit just as hard. Boston, Massachusetts, Saturday morning low of 8 degrees with wind chills dropping to minus 8 to minus 12 degrees. This is the coldest morning Boston has seen since January 2022. Logan Airport will see flight delays due to de-icing requirements. If you are flying Saturday, expect problems. New York City, New York, Saturday morning low of 12 degrees with wind chills near minus 5 degrees. Brutally cold for the 5 boroughs. Central Park will record its coldest morning this winter. Homeless shelters will be at capacity. The city is opening additional warming centers, but they fill up fast. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Saturday morning low of 10 degrees with wind chills dropping to minus 8 degrees. Dangerous cold for the Delaware Valley. This is 40 degrees colder than normal for early February. Sports complex will be frozen. Any outdoor events must be canceled. Washington, D.C., Saturday morning low of 16 degrees with wind chills near 0 degrees. Coldest morning of the winter for the nation's capital. Federal buildings will have heating systems pushed to maximum capacity. Monuments will be closed Saturday due to dangerous cold. Baltimore, Maryland, Saturday morning low of 14 degrees with wind chills approaching minus 5 degrees. Inner Harbor will be frozen. Avoid waterfront areas due to extreme wind chills. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Saturday morning low of 6 degrees with wind chills dropping to minus 10 degrees. Brutally cold for western Pennsylvania. Heinz Field will be frozen solid. Steelers fans know cold, but this is extreme even for Pittsburgh. Cleveland, Ohio, Saturday morning low of 3 degrees with wind chills approaching minus 15 degrees. Lake Erie will start to freeze over this weekend. Once the lake freezes, lake effect snow shuts down. But until then, we could see additional snow bands Saturday. Detroit, Michigan, Saturday morning low of 2 degrees with wind chills dropping to minus 16 degrees. Coldest morning Detroit has seen in 5 years. Auto plants will have heating problems. Workers on outdoor shifts are at serious risk. Buffalo, New York, Saturday morning low of 5 degrees with wind chills near minus 12 degrees. Brutal cold along Lake Erie. Bill's Mafia knows cold, but this is dangerous. Any outdoor gatherings this weekend need to move inside. Syracuse, New York, Saturday morning low of 4 degrees with wind chills approaching minus 14 degrees. Central New York sees extreme cold. Lake effect snow possible from Lake Ontario Saturday afternoon. Additional 2 to 4 inches in snow belts. Albany, New York, Saturday morning low of 6 degrees with wind chills near minus 10 degrees. Capital Region freezes Saturday morning. Hudson River will have ice formation. Mohawk River will start to freeze. Portland, Maine, Saturday morning low of 0 degrees with wind chills dropping to minus 18 degrees. Extreme cold for coastal Maine. This is the coldest air Portland has seen since February 2016. Casco Bay will start to freeze. Burlington, Vermont, Saturday morning low of minus 4 degrees with wind chills approaching minus 25 degrees. Brutally cold for northern Vermont. Lake Champlain will freeze over this weekend. Ice fishing will be possible, but ice safety is always a concern early season. Manchester, New Hampshire, Saturday morning low of 2 degrees with wind chills near minus 15 degrees. Dangerous cold for southern New Hampshire. Merrimack River will have significant ice formation. Providence, Rhode Island, Saturday morning low of 10 degrees with wind chills approaching minus 8 degrees. Coldest morning Providence has seen this winter. Narragansett Bay will have ice formation along shorelines. Hartford, Connecticut, Saturday morning low of 8 degrees with wind chills near minus 10 degrees. Brutal cold for the Connecticut River Valley. This is the coldest air Hartford has seen in several years. Now I need to talk about the secondary threat with this cold. We have another winter storm possible Friday night into Saturday. This is still being worked out by the models, but there is significant energy off the East Coast Thursday and Friday. If this develops, we could see a coastal storm bringing heavy snow to the mid-Atlantic and Northeast Friday night into Saturday. The European model has backed away from this recently, but the GFS model still shows potential for a major snowstorm. 6 to 12 inches possible from Washington, D.C. through Philadelphia to New York City if this develops. That is a big if right now. The problem is timing. We are only 5 days away from Friday. Models should have better agreement by now. The fact that they do not means this could still go either way. Either we get a major snowstorm Friday night or we just get the Arctic blast with little to no snow. Prepare for both scenarios. Have a snow shovel ready. Have salt or sand ready. Have food and water for a few days in case you get snowed in. But also prepare for the cold even if we do not get snow. The cold is guaranteed. The snow is possible but not certain. If we do get the snowstorm Friday night, roads will be absolutely treacherous Saturday morning when temperatures are near 0. Black ice everywhere. Plows cannot keep up when it is this cold because salt does not work below 15 degrees. Sand helps with traction but does not melt ice. Whiteout conditions mean you cannot see your hand in front of your face. People have died walking from their house to their car. They got disoriented in the snow and froze to death 50 feet from their front door. If you must go outside during a whiteout, tie a rope from your door to your destination. I am not joking. This saves lives. The cold continues through Sunday and Monday. Sunday morning lows will be similar to Saturday. Still in the single digits for most of the Great Lakes and Northeast. Monday we start to moderate slightly, but it will still be well below normal. This 3-day stretch from Saturday through Monday is the most dangerous cold of the entire winter. More people die from cold exposure during prolonged Arctic blasts than during any single day of extreme cold. Your body can handle 1 day of brutal cold if you are prepared. 3 days straight wears you down. Heating systems fail, pipes burst, carbon monoxide builds up from improper heater use. Over 100 people died in the winter storms 2 weeks ago. Most deaths were from hypothermia after losing power. Do not let that be you. Have a plan, have backup heat, have a way to call for help if things go wrong. Now let me tell you what happens after February 10th because this is where it gets interesting. The flip. February 10th through end of month. Around February 10th, the entire pattern flips. Cold air finally crashes into the western United States. Warmth moves into the central and eastern states. This is a complete reversal of what we have dealt with for 2 solid months. Seattle, Washington goes from 70 degrees and sunny to 40 degrees and snowy. The Cascades finally get snow after a severe snow drought all winter. Ski resorts will be thrilled. Water supply will improve. Fire danger next summer will decrease. Portland, Oregon, same story. Warm and dry now. Cold and wet after the 10th. This is actually good news for the Pacific Northwest. You need this moisture. You need this snow in the mountains. San Francisco, California. Temperatures drop from the 60s to the 50s with rain. Not as dramatic as the Northwest, but still a pattern change. Los Angeles, California stays mild but gets some rain. Southern California needs every drop. Phoenix, Arizona drops from the 80s to the 60s. Still pleasant but noticeably cooler. Denver, Colorado gets hit with heavy snow after the 10th. The Rockies finally cash in on the pattern flip. Ski resorts in Colorado have had decent snow this winter, but this upcoming pattern brings even more. Salt Lake City, Utah, similar situation. More snow for the Wasatch Range after the 10th. Meanwhile, in the east, things warm up significantly. Chicago, Illinois goes from 4 degrees Saturday morning to 40 degrees by February 15th, a 36-degree temperature swing in 1 week. This is the definition of weather whiplash. Milwaukee, Wisconsin goes from 0 degrees to upper 30s, still cold but not Arctic. Minneapolis, Minnesota goes from -8 degrees to low 30s, still below freezing but dramatically warmer than this weekend. New York City, New York goes from 12 degrees Saturday to near 50 degrees by mid-month. This is a 40-degree temperature swing. Spring preview, Boston, Massachusetts, similar warming trend. From 8 degrees to upper 40s. Snow will melt, ice will break up, roads will finally dry out. Washington, D.C., from 16 degrees Saturday to mid-50s by February 15th. Cherry blossoms might start budding early if this warmth continues into late February. The confidence in this pattern flip is moderately high. Every extended model shows cold moving into the west and warmth into the east around February 10th through 12th. This is not guaranteed, but the model agreement is strong enough that I feel comfortable telling you this is likely. What this means for the rest of February depends on how long the flip lasts. If we stay warm in the east through the end of February, winter is basically over for most major cities. If we flip back to cold after a week, we could see more snow and cold in late February. Time will tell. We will be monitoring this closely. But for now, focus on the next 10 days. Focus on the dangerous cold this weekend. Focus on staying alive and keeping your family safe. What you must do right now. Here is your action plan. Do not wait. Do not procrastinate. Do this today while you are thinking about it. 1. Check your heating system. Make sure it works. Change your filter. Schedule service if needed. A furnace that dies Saturday morning when it is -15 degrees outside is a life-threatening emergency. 2. Get backup heat. Space heaters, propane heaters, extra blankets, sleeping bags rated for cold weather. If you lose power, you need a way to stay warm. 1 room, close the doors, everyone together. Body heat helps. 3. Check your carbon monoxide detectors. Fresh batteries. Test them. Carbon monoxide kills silently. You cannot see it. You cannot smell it. One mistake with a generator or heater and your entire family is gone. 20 feet from windows, outside only. No exceptions ever. 4. Protect your pipes. Let faucets drip when temperatures drop below 20 degrees. Open cabinet doors under sinks to let warm air circulate around pipes. A burst pipe costs thousands to repair. Dripping faucets cost pennies. 5. Stock up on food and water. You might not want to leave your house this weekend. Get groceries today. Get water. Get batteries. Get flashlights. Be ready to shelter in place for 3 days if needed. 6. Fill your gas tank. Top it off Friday. If you break down Saturday morning in -20-degree wind chills, you have maybe 20 minutes before you are in serious trouble. Full tank of gas means you can run your car for heat while you wait for help. 7. Charge your devices, phone, laptop, backup battery packs. If you lose power, you need a way to call for help. Write down important numbers on paper in case your phone dies. 911. Family members. Local warming centers. 8. Check on elderly neighbors. Knock on doors, make sure they have heat, make sure they have food. Older adults are at higher risk for hypothermia. They might not ask for help even when they need it. 9. Bring pets inside. Dogs and cats can get frostbite too. If it is too cold for you, it is too cold for them. Bring them in. Give them warm places to sleep. Check paws for ice buildup if they must go outside. 10. Know where your warming centers are located. Write down addresses. If you lose heat and cannot get it back, go to a warming center. Do not stay in a freezing house. Hypothermia kills. Warming centers save lives. This weekend will be brutal. This weekend will be dangerous. But if you prepare now, you will be fine. If you ignore this warning, you could end up as a statistic. People will die this weekend. That is not fear-mongering. That is reality. Every time we get Arctic air like this, people die. Hypothermia, carbon monoxide poisoning, car crashes on ice, heart attacks from shoveling snow. It happens every single winter. Do not be one of those people. Take this seriously. Prepare now. Act now. Right now while you are watching this video. Final weather summary. Wednesday through Thursday, first wave of cold with a winter storm. 3 to 6 inches of snow possible mid-Atlantic. Dangerous cold Thursday morning. Friday, brief warm-up. Last chance to prepare. Saturday through Monday, historic cold, single-digit lows. Wind chills -10 to -20. Coldest weekend in 5 years for many cities. Possible winter storm Friday night into Saturday. After February 10th, pattern flip. West gets cold and snow. East warms up significantly. Drop your location in the comments right now so I can give you a personalized forecast tomorrow. Do it now while you are thinking about it, not later. I respond to hundreds of comments every single day. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications immediately. The next update could save your life, and you will miss it if you do not have notifications on. We upload every single day with the latest forecast updates. Share this video with everyone you know in the Great Lakes, Mid-Atlantic, and Northeast. The more people who see this, the more lives we save. Do not keep this information to yourself. Send it to your family. Send it to your friends. Send it to your coworkers. This weekend is going to be dangerous. Prepare now. Stay safe.